Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Mike. This is the Scout, and today we're going on a road trip. Today we're going to go out to a ghost town in the West Desert of Utah called Iosepa, and it should be pretty fun. There's some dirt roads, mostly paved, more of just a road trip, going out to have fun. All right, let's get started. We have made it to kind of the first stop of this little road trip. The Scout's doing phenomenal, but we are out at, it's closed up, no trespassing, but it's the Mercur mine. So Barrick's the company that owns it. This is the Mercur mine. We are up a beautiful canyon. I think this is maybe Lewiston Canyon. That's what it's called. So Mercur, the reason I came up here, I forgot that it was blocked off. I haven't been up here for a long time, but Mercur is an old mining town. It's an old mine. It's an old gold mine. I think it was probably kind of with the rest of Utah started, you know, somewhere in the 1880s, 1870s, 1880s, with kind of the gold rush that was going on out here in Utah. These are the Ochre Mountains. A lot of gold was found out here. It was opened up. They found some gold, kind of closed it up. It was on and off for 100 years or more. I think they finally closed down the gold mine in maybe 2000, late 90s, early 2000s. So it's a pretty recent mine. They weren't only mining gold, but other precious metals and stuff. But the one fun fact, the guy on TikTok, fun fact. So the one fun fact about Mercur is it was the first mine in the United States, you know, back in the 1880s, 90s, whatever. It was the first mine in the United States to use the cyanide process to extract gold, which when the first time this mine kind of died down, it was because it wasn't profitable mining gold from the ground anymore. So they just weren't making any money. They closed the town down, closed the mine down. Town became a ghost town. 10 years later, somebody else bought it, and some guy, maybe a pharmacist or a chemist or something, was like, I think I know a way. Designed the cyanide process to extract gold, which like just reignited the gold rush out here. There's tons of mines in Utah as well as like the rest of the western US, and this guy started the cyanide process, which I don't know the process, but apparently, like, you soak the minerals in the cyanide, it dissolves the gold. You extract the dissolved gold from the cyanide. I don't know how that's all done. Chemistry, I'm not a chemist. So, yeah, they started processing the mine tailings. They were able to process the ore more efficiently that they were getting out of the ground. And then a couple of the other mines around here, they were able to do kind of the same thing, get some other precious metals and some gold and stuff. So, yeah, that's Mercur. We are going out over those mountains today. That is our road trip. So that is called Rush Valley, and we're going to go out across Rush Valley to Iosepa. That's where we're going. All right, let's get back in and let's get out of here. Iosepa, and you can see there's a scout. And let's just give you a rundown of what's out here. This is Skull Valley. There is nothing out here. But the reason Iosepa is around is because back in the early 1900s, the Hawaiians came out here and settled this area. And they, so they were Mormon Hawaiian settlers, and they came out here to settle this area, be close to like the center of the Mormon religion, right, which is Salt Lake. But they farmed this valley and stuff. But the reason it turned into a ghost town is they built the Honolulu Temple, and they did not need this anymore. So all the Pacific Islanders and the Hawaiians that moved out here, they abandoned ship, basically, right? They abandoned this place and moved back to Hawaii. Because who wouldn't want to live in Hawaii? Or who wouldn't want to live in Hawaii compared to Skull Valley out here, right? Like there's nothing out here. It's crazy. But there's really nothing left of Iosepa. There's, I mean, the cemetery, which is where we're at, and then that's it. Huh, that's cool. Interesting little tidbits, right? Okay, so it looks like they returned. So this was around from about 1880 to about 1920. So about 40 years. And this is the only fire hydrant that they had. So, yeah. Let's give it a quick walk around, and then we'll be done. They do Pacific Islander or Hawaiian cultural events out here throughout the year. I think they do it early spring, early fall. It gets too hot out here otherwise, but it looks like they may have just had one, or people are just hanging out around here. But we'll just kind of walk around and see what's out here. There's a little sign up here. I want to walk up here and see what it is. Well, that's kind of cool. It's just kind of a metal wind vane Pacific Islander boat that says aloha and welcome. I don't know where you're coming from this way, but yeah. So here's some of the pictures from the island festivals that they have here. Stage, kind of a luau area, which is kind of cool. But reading some of the literature and the signs out here, apparently there was a case of leprosy out here that took the lives of quite a few of the settlers out here, and that's why it's part of the reason why the cemetery is so big, but also the winters out here are just horrendous. And you can imagine people from the Pacific Islands coming out here and trying to spend a Utah winter out here in Skull Valley in the early 1900s. That's ridiculous. So the winter and leprosy claimed a lot of the people, and then it sounds like those two things combined with the Mormon church building a temple out in Honolulu, they kind of abandoned this place and sold it off to a livestock company that basically kept the cemetery and got rid of everything else. All the houses that were out here are gone. There's not even foundations of anything anymore. I'm not really sure why this is in this certain location, other than it's just kind of up on a hill. But yeah, that's really it. This was our destination today, Iosepa, which I think means Joseph, meaning Joseph Smith, right? Founder of the Mormon Church. Anyways, that's our video. This was Iosepa. Thanks for tagging along. Like and share, subscribe for more videos. Let me know if there's if you like road trip videos, and I'll keep doing some more. There's a lot of cool places in Utah to go, so I got some places planned throughout the summer, but for now that's it. Thanks for watching.